Let's have a look at the latest Casio G-Shock collaboration. This is the DW6900 Subtract by Ed Sheeran collaboration. First things first, when you open the box, which features some of Ed Sheeran's artwork from his album covers, you'll see the following warning. I guess G-Shock intends for some of the graphics to rub off and they don't want to be held liable for it. Fair enough. The second piece you get is this cardboard, which basically says the features of the watch and also specifies that this is the Ed Sheeran and Hodinkee collaboration. Now, let's get to the watch itself. The tin, much like the outside box, features artwork by Ed Sheeran, and it is the standard G-Shock tin. It's just got a unique appearance to it. Here is the watch. It's a bright watch for sure. The watch has all the standard features of the DW6900. By that I mean it has the 5 alarms, it's got the countdown timer, it's got the stopwatch, and it also features some of the standard G-Shock features like 200 meters of water resistance. The back of the watch states that this is the Ed Sheeran and Hodinkee collaboration and has all the standard specifications of the watch when you buy it. Now, this watch is no different than the DW6900 series. This is an absolutely huge watch. The official website says this watch is about 53 millimeters. However, it wears a lot bigger than that due to the flared out bracelet here. The next piece of this watch, which is probably why everyone wants to look at this one, is the artwork. And I guess this is just printed on, which is why that disclaimer from Casio said that this may wear off over time, and that's fair enough. Some additional differences. You'll notice on this watch, you find artwork on the dial, which means all of the writing in the standard watch does not exist on the 3 dials over here. The watch also features a backlight. All you have to do is press this G button for about 3 seconds and the light shines. One thing I wish Casio had done is instead of putting this G logo in here, perhaps had a subtract sign or something that was relevant to Ed Sheeran. This watch wears absolutely huge, and I'm now just going to put it on my wrist and you'll be able to see just how large of a watch this is. Now, there's a reason for this watch being so large. It's, as you can tell, especially in this color configuration, a very large watch, and it doesn't fit me perfectly, but with the color and the design aesthetics of this watch and the graphics, who cares? It's meant to be worn in tremendous amounts of fun. This isn't a Calatrava, after all. Do I like this watch? I certainly do. There's one thing about this watch, though. This watch is about $100 more. It currently retails for about $185 US on the Casio website. It's $100 more than the standard DW6900. And is it worth it? Well, that depends on you. To Ed Sheeran fans, it probably is worth it, and I'm a fan of Ed Sheeran's music. If you want a slightly unique G-Shock, you have to decide if it's worth paying double over the price of a standard black DW6900. And that's a question you'd have to ask yourself. For me, at least, I've got a bunch of G-Shocks. Some of them are pretty sober. This one adds a little bit of fun to my watch collection. Therefore, for me, this was a no-brainer to pick up. Final point in availability. This watch does not seem to be limited like the John Mayer G-Shocks that came on, and they're freely available a few days after the release on both the Casio website as well as the Hodinkee website. If you like this watch, I highly recommend getting it and wearing it on your wrist. If you've already got a DW6900, I'd recommend getting this as it'll make a great fun companion to that watch. Thanks again for watching this video. I do appreciate you all and your continued support on my horological journey.